Essentially, there are 3 questions you need to ask yourself when choosing a hydration pack. The first question is, what type of activity will I be engaged in? Will I be hiking, climbing, running, biking? Because certain backpacks are made for certain types of activities, so it's important to choose the right one. The second question is, how much water will you need during your activity? Because certain reservoirs that are inside the hydration pack can only fill up to a certain amount. For example, there are some hydration packs that only come with a 1.5 liter water reservoir. There are some that come with a 2 liter water reservoir, some that come with a 2.5, and some that come with a 3 liter reservoir. So it's important to choose how much water you need, because you don't want to be dehydrated while you're performing your activity. So you want to make sure you're hydrated well, and that's why it's important to choose the correct amount of water that'll accommodate the situation, the activity you're going to be participating in. So the third question you need to ask yourself is, how much storage capacity will I need? Because certain activities will require more gear than others. For example, if you're mountain biking, you might want to take a lot of gear with you. Like if you're shooting video, if you have GoPro equipment, or if you're hiking for a couple of days, you'll definitely need a lot more equipment than, say, somebody who's going on a trail run and will only run for like 1 hour. So the amount, especially for runners don't need a lot of gear, so the hydration pack that they choose might be a little lighter and more compact than, let's say, somebody who's going hiking or camping for a couple of days. They definitely want to take more gear with them. I just wanted to show you some of the packs that DS Sport has. The original model from DS Sport, the original backpack that we started selling. This is the first model, and I just want to go over some of the features. So here we have, it's a 3 liter. It contains a 3 liter reservoir, as you can see here. It's a tactical hydration pack, so we make sure all the backpacks, all the hydration packs, come with a 3 liter water reservoir. So here you can see, I don't know if you can read it, but it does say a 3 liter water reservoir. So it's a 3 liter water reservoir that would go in here, and it would loop. The water hose would loop through here and go through the hose, and then have the elastic loop. So that therefore, and then after you attach through the loop, you pull it through the loop. Now you have the water. Now you have the hose ready to go, ready to drink, and it has an off and on valve switch. So if you want to make sure the water doesn't drip while you're engaged in your activity, you can always just turn it off by flicking it up like that. And here's how it looks. So you just bite down and you can drink. So yeah. So let's go over some of the other features here. We have a MOLLE system in the front. A MOLLE system in the front allows you to attach other pouches or other gear to the pack. So that's a pretty neat thing that we incorporated into our packs. And here it's a simple pocket to put in gear here. You can put in an iPad mini, or essential items, maybe snacks, keys, wallet, anything small really you can put in here, which is good. But yeah, and I'll show you in our second model. The second model has more storage capacity. But I just wanted to show you this. This pack would be a good pack for somebody who's a runner, who doesn't need to take a lot of stuff with them during their activity. Like it goes back to that question again. Like you need to ask yourself what type of activity will you be engaged in. So this pack would be perfect for somebody who's going on a run, or an activity that's not going to be an extended period of time, or it's going to last a couple of days. And typically, the runners will favor a pack that's not as bulky or heavy, and therefore you won't need as many pockets, or you won't need as much storage compartment. Essentially, like this one. This one doesn't have doesn't have many pockets, so it's pretty much just, you see the bladder and the pockets to carry anything that you might need, like on your run, your wallet, your keys. And it's pretty much it's a pretty simple, straightforward pack. And what's good is that it does have a 3 liter water reservoir. So if you are running, and if it's a long run, it'll be great because you'll make sure you're always hydrated. And in here, we just want to flip in the back. You'll see that you'll see the chest strap here, the chest strap, and it also has a waist strap to keep the pack from moving while you're engaged in your activity. And in the pack it also has a mesh little pocket here, so you can put something flat, maybe like a map. If you're going on somewhere that you need more direction, it'd be good to put something flat here. That's maybe a map could go in there. And yeah, it's pretty straight. This is an awesome pack, and if you need to quickly take it off, it has quick release buckles here. So that's a clever idea that we've incorporated quick release buckles. Yeah, and also has a little Velcro patch that you can attach there. That's pretty much it. Now let's go on to we want to show you the second model for that'll be good for increased storage capacity for other types of activities. But let's just recount this one. So this would be good for activities that don't require a lot of a storage, such as running or a short trip, or could even be like a really short hike. Anything that doesn't require a lot of definitely a lot of gear, because you want it to be very light on you. So this is definitely a lightweight pack that'll be great. Model from DS Sport, it's known as the DZ2 model, and like I said before, this one has more storage capacity than the first original model, and this one can be used for activities such as hiking, biking, climbing, and it can also cover the same amount of the same activities as the first one, such as running, short hike, short trips, because this one does pretty much everything the first one can do, but it can also it has more storage capacity for activities that require more gear. So for example, here we can see that this one's similar to the first one. It does have a MOLLE system, so you can attach more things. You can attach more things to it, pouches, other gear, other items. And here we open up the front pocket. There's more space to put more items inside here. We have a key holder, and we have mesh pocket holders in here to carry to secure items better than the original model. So you can fit more things in there. And the water bladder, the clever thing that we decided to do in our second model was put the bladder in the rear to allow more storage in the main compartment. So let me just show you the place where the bladder is held. So in the rear, it's in the rear pack, in the rear of the pack. So here we open up the Velcro that separates the pack, that opens up the rear compartment, excuse me, and here is where we have the bladder. So let me just pull out the bladder so you can see it. Here is where we have the bladder. So that's what allows us, and I'm going to show you the main compartment, but that's what allows this pack to essentially create more space to hold more gear. So just close that back up, and here is the main compartment. Just find it right here. So here you can see is where we put the main compartment. That way it's separated from the bladder to give you more access, more space for equipment that you'll need. You put a light article of clothing, any pretty much books. It can be used as a day pack, food, boots, pretty much anything you could think of you could fit in here. And if you notice, we did add one feature to this pack that we're sure our audience will like, is the expandable zipper. That'll, if you notice here, we can expand the pack even more to create more storage room. So if you do have bulkier items and you need more space, you can always just increase that expandable zipper. Or if you feel that you don't have that many gear items, you can just also compress the pack that way as well to keep it closer to your body, and that way it'll feel closer to your body and fit nicely, and it'll keep it from not moving around as much. So that does come in handy, that expandable and compressed zipper. So yeah, I just wanted to show you those features. So I'm just going to close them up. It's the main compartment. And in the rear, let's go over some of the features in the rear here. This model does come with mesh padding, and it does have breathability down the middle and breathability on the side, so that way it doesn't sweat close to your back. So it allows breathability right through the center and through the sides, as well. Here we have our adjustable waist strap here, and it has a buckle so you can open and close it, and it's also removable as well. Here you can see that you can just easily just remove them if you prefer not to have a waist pack. And the chest strap as well. Let me see the chest strap here. The chest strap is right here, which can be opened, which comes with the buckle as well. So that way the chest strap and the waist strap combined allow the pack to stay secure to your body when you're using it. So it prevents the pack from moving around, and it keeps it nice and snug and close to you. And here we have as you can see, that the hose is connected to the rear compartment where the bladder is located, and it loops here. This is where the elastic loop holds the bladder, it holds the hose in place, and then it comes down here, and now you can slide it through the chest strap, so that when you're not using it, and you're just while it's not in use during your activity, you can just slide it through the chest strap, and now it holds it in place. And then anytime you need it, you would just remove the cap, and then you could bite down, and then you'll drink. And what's cool about this, the new bladder, this hose, as well, it has an off and on valve switch. So anytime it's not in use and you want to prevent any kind of water leakage, you could just flick it up, so it stops the water from moving past this point. So yeah, those are pretty much the first and second model. And to recap, type of activity, how much water you need, and the storage capacity. Thanks for watching the video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Like and subscribe, and we greatly appreciate it if you can share this video across social media. Thanks.